Hello, Namaskar, and welcome to Ananda Permaculture Farm. Today is the 5th of August. It's a very hot day, almost, it's about 30 degrees Celsius, but it's feeling more like 40, very humid. We are looking towards the clouds behind us, towards the east, and we are hoping that they're going to come here and shower us with some rain very soon. But meanwhile, I'm back to take you through another episode of What's Growing. What I'm going to show you today is our bell garden. It's a tiny little garden which we had created thinking that we're going to have the grapes growing at the top and then a little herb or vegetable garden at the bottom. Our grapes have been struggling a little bit, but they have reached the top, but we still don't have a fully covered canopy. And we've been planting stuff below it, which I'm going to show you today. So come, take a walk with me through our bell garden. Okay, so some time ago we had actually tried to give more permanence to this garden. There's probably another video on our channel around that, and you can watch that too. Which we tried to do by planting more perennials and less annuals. So we are about 3 months down from that project. Let's take a look at how our perennials are doing and what all we've planted here today. So it's a fairly small garden which we had divided up into beds. You can see that we have a bed on the periphery of this garden and then 4 beds in the middle, and we've left walking spaces between each one of them. So let's look at each of the beds first, and then we will come back to talk about the periphery. So let's see here, what all do we see growing here? We have capsicum. Capsicum is starting to flower, and I think it should be getting some fruit pretty soon as well. This is the Thai basil. Here it is. You can see that fruit is starting to get formed. Little capsicum. And then this is Thai basil, which is now getting these beautiful blooms. And I'm going to save all this seed so that I can share it with others. I myself had received this seed from another permaculture enthusiast, and it's translated into some lovely Thai basil for me. You can see here there's another capsicum, and this one is a little bigger than what we saw earlier. Yeah. In addition to the productive plants, we've also planted some flowers which you might remember from last time. This is Rajnigandha and some amaryllis, and also Sadabahar, which gives very nice flowers and helps to keep the garden looking pretty beautiful, attractive at all times. We also have the grapevine, which has found its way to the top. Still haven't really seen this to be productive, but hopefully next year we'll have a good crop with the grapes. So we've pretty much replicated this pattern in all the 4 squares, but we'll quickly walk around and see how each one of them is doing. So if you remember, I told you we planted Rajnigandha, and I'm really happy that we have a lovely stalk of this flower right here. The others haven't flowered yet, but we have a beautiful one here. And we also have the Thai basil, Sadabahar, and amaryllis, capsicum. That's really the combination which is growing in each one of these squares. You can see another one here, and lastly that one there. Do notice how we've planted the taller plants towards the middle and the shorter ones towards the front. Also, see how the soil remains covered, right? We have our wood chips as mulch growing on it. Helps to keep our soil moist, healthy, rich in organic matter at all times. Okay. So let's start off from here. What's growing on the periphery? Well, we have okra, bhindi, ladyfinger, whatever name you know it by. You will see it's got some nice flowers, and one which is ripe for the picking. And I've just retooled this a little bit, so you'll see I've cropped it from here because the center had become too tall. As a result, the side branches, lateral shoots have now emerged, and we are really getting the crop on the lateral shoots. There is a cucumber vine which is growing here, which is climbing up the fence here. And what I'm seeing is a cucumber which is probably overgrown. Also seems to be having a little bit of a pest infestation. But I'm going to take it away anyways and see whether I can save some of the seed from this. I missed spotting it the last few times I've come to the bell garden. And what we have here is a whole lot of bitter gourd or Karela. You can see quite a lot of Karela growing. In fact, this area got overtaken by, the common bean, this plant, which was growing sort of wild here. And the last time I came here, I snapped this off so that it wouldn't overcrowd the bitter gourd. And with that, the bitter gourd has got some air and some space and, enough sort of time in the sun to produce some fruit. Okay, on the ground you will see a lot of vines, pumpkin vines, which we planted here a few months ago. And I'll just talk a little bit more about that after I've plucked out this little bitter gourd, which is literally waiting for me to be plucked out. You can see this is probably some bottle gourd whose vine is growing here. And we had an unfortunate collapse of our fence yesterday when it rained a little bit and it was quite windy. I don't think we can salvage it, but clearly after this crop is over, we're going to replace the fence with a much better fence which is more long lasting than this contraption that we had put together. So this is really, from this point onwards, what you will see is a whole lot of pumpkin, and the pumpkin's doing wonderfully well. What we had also done was we planted the pumpkin vines here, but we let most of the vines leave the bell garden and go outside into the area beyond. That way this area is not crowded up. At the same time, we are able to tend to it, water it properly, keep checking on the weeds and seeing if the vine is getting enough nourishment. So these vines seem to be doing quite well. You can see a few baby pumpkins dangling all over. Seems to be getting a lot of male flowers. You can see those 3 flowers, buds really, which are all set to probably bloom tomorrow morning. Those are male flowers, and a female flower looks a bit differently, which I'm sure you will discover with time. It looks more like this. It has a little bulb at the bottom, which really becomes the fruit in the event of pollination. So if you're growing pumpkin at home, don't get disheartened if you see all your flowers falling off. Those are probably the male flowers. And just see whether the female flowers are doing fine or not, because that's what you need to focus on. The male flower lasts only for a day, so it's gone the next morning. Yeah, we have another invasive weed, this little creeper. Believe it or not, we actually introduced this ourselves. Now we are quite sick of it. We got it from the hills because it looked like a pretty creeper with these pretty little red flowers. Now unfortunately it's sort of become invasive, and the lesson for us is that we have to be a little bit more careful about what we introduce into the farm. But it's easy to cut, that's the good part. We just snip it from its roots and it generally just dries out. So more pumpkin here. That's another sweet little pumpkin hanging here. And yeah, many more on the periphery. Whenever we see whenever we see a pumpkin developing, we normally like to put a little bit of a grass or like what I call a pillow under it so that the little baby can actually grow comfortably on this pillow, and then the underside of the pumpkin does not get damaged. So that's something that you might want to do. This is pigeon pea. We planted this as well 2-3 months ago. Seems to be doing fairly well. And we had strategically placed this on the north side because we know these are going to grow up into being tall shrubs, and we didn't want them to block the light of anything more important growing on the north of it. So as you can see, we don't have anything beyond it. So these will be doing absolutely fine here. So today the pumpkin vine is looking a bit low, just the way we are feeling really hot because of the sultry weather. The pumpkin seems to be feeling similarly. And we are hoping for our sake and the pumpkin's sake that we do get some rain in the afternoon, because that will be great for everybody. So more of the okra, pigeon pea, and then the beautiful pumpkins which are really doing so beautifully well. And you can see one right here which is actually quite ready. And I'm going to be going and visiting my mother-in-law today for dinner. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to pluck this and take it along with me as a gift for her. Do you think she's going to like it? Tell us in the comments if you think that I picked an appropriate gift for my mother-in-law. All right, let's try to break this. Okay, here I come, armed with a pumpkin from my bell garden for my mother-in-law. So that's it, guys. This is our sweet little bell garden, and I hope you enjoyed walking around it as much as I do all the time. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, do leave them in the box below. And do watch the other videos on our YouTube channel. You'll find those interesting as well. Before I end, here's a little challenge for you. List down everything that you saw today in the bell garden in the comments below. Let's see if you remember all of them. See you then. Bye-bye.